be talking to you about some key ingredients to look for when you're choosing your waxing products. So that will include both your wax that you'll be using in service as well as your pre and post products. So let's first start with just briefly talking about the difference between the hard and strip wax. So hard wax, which is also referred to as hot wax, is going to be applied to the skin and immediately removed. So you do not apply a strip to remove the wax. It will harden and you'll simply just remove it. Now the great thing about hard wax is it's great for very sensitive or smaller area waxing. So for example, we would recommend using it on your bikini, a Brazilian, underarms, facial waxing such as lips and eyebrows. You can even use it around the neckline if you want to. It's going to be very gentle on the skin and it's going to be able to pull super short stubborn hairs. Next, talking about strip wax. So strip wax can also be referred to as soft wax. Now strip wax is going to be applied very thinly, and then it's going to be removed with a cotton strip applied to the wax and then pulled straight off. Now strip wax is great for larger areas, so if you're doing legs, back, arms, it's very efficient, very economical because you use way less wax as well. So when you're looking for a good wax, you want to look at the key ingredients. First thing would be to consider whether it's a pine resin base or a synthetic resin base. You might also find some waxes that are hybrids, so they might have both pine resin and synthetic resin. Now, some of the main difference is going to be in the pliability of the wax. So how well it's going to, if it's going to crack or if it's going to, you can do long, larger patches with it. That's really going to depend on its pliability. Next, you want to look at some of key ingredients. So, for example, titanium dioxide is often added to waxes to make for sensitive skin clients a lot easier. It helps reduce redness and it helps to soothe the skin a little bit more. So you want to look for that's a great ingredient if you do have sensitive skin clients. Secondly, another good ingredient to look for, Mica, which is going to add sort of a metallic shine to the wax. So you'll see it in a lot of strip waxes and some hard waxes. Now that ingredient helps with just adding extra glide to the wax and helping it not adhere to the skin where some can pull the skin. Finally, some other ingredients to look for would be soothing ingredients such as chamomile or calendula that helps further reduce redness and soothe the skin. Also, you might want to look for products that have tea tree in it. Tea tree is antibacterial, so that really helps if your client has a tendency to break out at all. The tea tree is great for that. Now moving into pre and post products, so we talked about the waxes. Some good ingredients in pre products would be similar to looking at any kind of ingredients that soothe the skin, so like chamomile. And then post products, tea tree is great for post product care as well. If you're looking at targeted treatments such as ingrown hair serums or lotions, you'll want to look for active ingredients like salicylic acid. Again, it all depends on what sort of skin your client has, but it's always good to understand the base ingredients to your products so you can make sure as well if your client has anything, allergies, or perhaps they're gluten-free or vegan, you want to make sure you're able to answer all of their questions prior to the waxing service and then that you're using the most appropriate products. Again,